Okay, we've pulled the plug. we're doing a podcast. That's crazy. Should we kiss?
I'm shitting my pants.
We should kiss while you're shitting your pants. Yeah. Okay, cool. Strong start.
When did I get old?
Like Newton's laws of physics, the white guy found a mic, so the white guy created a podcast. Hi, it's Blake. I just wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart for being a part of the debut of our brand new podcast, Keep Me Young. So this is more of an introductory episode where you get to know me and my co-host Heather more, like how we met and the opera camp we went to, which was incredibly pivotal and will be referenced a lot in future episodes. So I feel like this is a really good launch pad. So this is going to be a lot more like funny stories from our past as opposed to the typical format we're going to be using in future episodes. But also you're here for a podcast, so I feel like rambling is kind of the point. But I just wanted to give you a heads up. Anyway, let's get started. Hi. Welcome to Keep Me Young, a podcast where we try to keep ourselves young.
And maybe you. I don't know.
And maybe you. And maybe you.
But maybe just us.
Probably us, given my current audience. Maybe we'll get more millennials whenever this happens. I'm kind of, I used to dread that. And now I'm kind of praying for it. Because
let's unpack that. What did you dread?
So basically what happened was that Gen Z used to be like really, really like the ones to try to be. They're like, like the culture creators and blah, blah, blah. And like millennials were like on the out. Oh. And then the past election happened and we found out that like half of Gen Z is Hitler Youth. And so I was like, I don't think that's for me anymore. And I know they hate it too. Incredible but I was just like...
There are a lot more young Republicans than I want or I think that there are.
Yeah, the way this isn't a political podcast and we immediately dove into all Gen Z people are Hitler Youth. No, okay, so... Rolling it back.
But we should say we are squarely millennials. Maybe are you on the cusp?
I'm on the cusp. 1997 is like the cusp and I'm 1994. So I used to call myself an older Gen Z. It was an embarrassing time, but you know what? I still think I do in terms of references.
Yeah.
Go between.
You can go between.
But then when I think I'm doing Gen Z references, it's like I end up getting a lot of feedback that I'm so millennial coded from other people on my YouTube channel. And it's weird to me.
From Gen Z? Or
from Gen Z.
Yeah. Well, they love to call something millennial like it's a slur.
Right. Like if you're 30, you're legally dead. And that's okay.
They're out of slurs to use.
They are.
So they had to pick millennial and go for it.
Exactly.
I say.
Exactly.
They don't have the R word.
No, they don't. They certainly don't. We used to in spades.
They don't have the F slur.
Yeah, no. And we used to use both in spades.
Absolutely.
It didn't matter what you identified as. We were evil as kids. I don't think I used the R word very often growing up. But it was like on Glee.
Yeah.
There was a whole thing.
It was on TV.
Yes. I explicitly remember when I was in like 10th grade, maybe 11th, Glee came out with an episode where, what's his name? Corey Monteith, whose name I can't remember right now. I'm a fake fan.
Who died?
Yes, Finn. He played Finn.
Okay.
Yes, the one who passed away from drug overdose.
Wait, I thought Finn was the hot one.
Finn was the hot one in my mind, but maybe not to everybody. There was like
there was the clean hot one and the dirty hot one.
The clean hot one maybe was Blaine. Is that the one that's like Blaine Anderson?
The
gay one?
No.
Maybe. Oh no. Okay, then maybe
straight.
you're thinking of there's Puck with the shaved head. Oh, see,
Puck and Finn are the same names.
Girl, I shipped them hard. I used to like read fan fiction of them like macking whenever I was in high school when I was in the closet. It was really sad. Hi, Mom. I know you watch this podcast. How are you doing? Okay, so we veered immediately.
Great.
But hi, I'm Blake. This is my co-host Heather.
I'm Heather.
Yes, and this is Keep Me Young, a podcast about us keeping ourselves young through pop culture, whatever else kind of comes along the way, with some fun little Q&A things mixed into it every week. So keep in touch.
That's it. Yeah.
Don't be a stranger. Bye. But so
can I share the touchy-feely side
of
Keep Me Young? I also observe in my life, and perhaps in Blake's too, that we came out in our 20s, which is like maybe later than what everybody's up to these days, or maybe later than people who didn't live in the South did.
I would say so.
But I certainly feel much younger and more youthful and lively and free and whatever than I did pre. I mean, I was really acting like a 40-year-old single mom who works 2 jobs.
Who loves her kids and never stops. Exactly.
At like 19.
Yes.
Wearing blazers. I was a music education major. So like teacher brain.
Yes.
Blazer slacks, sensible nude pump.
I love a sensible nude pump.
Sophomore year of high school. Just like chains. I went to music school, but like in the closet, chains around the door of the closet. And since I came out, I don't think I've sent a single professional email.
I love that. You went from she-EO to they-EO. So
smiley faces, old school, like colon, parentheses, smiley faces in every professional correspondence.
Of course.
Now.
Of course. Oh God, no. If I don't use an exclamation point in an email, I assume they're going to think I'm mad at them and that I'm a horrible person and that I want them fired.
Yeah. Great.
Which could be true sometimes. If I'm not using an exclamation point, it actually does mean that nowadays.
Keep that in mind.
Keep that in mind if you're ever getting emails from me. But But
the freedom we have given ourselves.
Yes.
Is allowing us to keep ourselves young. But then also we're both sort of chronically online in different ways and chronically consuming pop culture, but in different ways, in very different corners of the internet.
Very different corners.
And
I completely
Blake
agree.
is a lot more publicly consuming things, and I am lurking in the shadows, never posting, also never sleeping. But here we are. Blake dragged me out of the cave that I live in the woods with no Wi-Fi, and here I am.
Period. So, for those of you that don't know, I'm astounded that this is where you're starting and you organically found us. I hope that's the case. But if you did, hi, Diva. I'm Blake. I am a YouTuber / opera singer sometimes / software engineer during the day. Many a hat I wear. But it was suggested to me that I should start a podcast by a few people. Like, people have liked my longer videos. They've wanted to kind of have me in the background for stuff and all that kind of stuff. And podcast was kind of like the final frontier of what I wanted to do with social media creation. I've done the rest of the stuff. YouTube long form was my dream for like years. And I finally got that. I'm so grateful for it. But I was like, you know what? Now's the time. I've got an audience that like feels like they know me better, and you don't know shit now, but they actually like, they know me a little bit better.
It's all an act.
Exactly. It's all, I'm straight, but
we're married.
Yeah. So I wanted to go ahead and pursue this. A manager at one point was just like, hey, now's kind of the time to do that. And like, you're right. So guys, revolutionarily, the white guy picked up a mic and started a podcast. I swear to God, every time you see a white guy holding a Shure MV88, just like run, because this is a Shure SM7B. Oh, tech. But every time you see a white guy holding one of these, run for the hills. He's about to start a podcast. He's about to say some horrible things about women. But that's where I'm coming to revolutionize the format, because I'm a guy that likes and appreciates women.
He's going to say some horrible things about men.
Exactly. Oh, yes, I am.
Has and will continue.
Time will come. But so that was how that started. So how Keep Me Young started, the title. Basically, Heather and I met when I was 22.
Nearly 10 years ago.
2026. Yeah, kind of 2016. Jesus Christ. 2016, kind of 2015, because you visited during the summer one time. So I was at an opera camp during the summer.
No Wi-Fi, top of the hill in the middle of nowhere. You have to drive to get anywhere. Not everybody had cars, but truly the no Wi-Fi, it might as well have been in the early 90s.
100%.
Like it was wet, hot American summer.
Yes. And believe me, that is absolutely a perfect description, because you went the second year. People were banging the shit out of each other. Like they were locked in the woods and they had nothing left to do, except I had just come out. So I literally came out there. Like that summer, I was like, if I... Heather's pointing to themselves. That's not visually for the visually impaired, and by that I mean the Spotify listeners. But we met that next year. But I came out at 21 years old there. Whenever I first went there, I was like, if people assume, I'll just go with it. And y'all are gonna be shocked when I say this, but I was definitely much gayer in the closet than out. It was fighting its way out. It was going for it. It was clawing. So
tenacity of, I don't know if that's the right word, the dedication of a Southern gay man.
Oh, yeah.
To like the performance of straight.
Mm-hmm.
But it's such high drag.
Yeah.
That the person who's in the closet doesn't know that it's happening, and everyone else is like, pageant queen.
Yeah, right. Exactly. There was like, if I knew how many times, like when I would like first get to know somebody in college, especially when they kind of like, it was kind of like chic to be gay in 2015, 14, 13, back when it like wasn't like legal to get married, you know, nationally. That was when it was like kind of cutting edge to be gay. And unfortunately it's starting to become cutting edge again. But I remember I would meet people so often, and every single time they'd be like, within an hour, they'd be like, hey, can I ask you a question? I'm like, I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to shoot myself in the head with a gun in front of them and change their life trajectory forever. And so it would happen every single, and they'd always be like, are you gay? Like they'd whisper it. Like they couldn't say it out loud. They couldn't say it out loud. Certainly not.
No.
So anyway, I decided that summer at that opera summer camp to if they went with it, if they assumed it, I'll just run with it. And they did immediately. And so I ran with it.
You could really be whoever you wanted to be at that opera summer camp.
Exactly. We as opera singers choose our own family.
We do.
And then we fuck our own family.
And then we, sure enough, continue to fuck our own family.
Yeah.
And then we continue to see them at auditions for years and years after that.
And it's...
And their partners or their exes or your exes that also dated them.
It's been known to happen. Under a blue moon, occasionally. Like, it's been known to happen.
It's beautiful.
I should probably mention at this point that this is an introductory episode. This is to get to know us. This isn't going to be the premise every time is us just rambling about our lives. Although maybe if they like it, we'll start doing that more.
It'll be a deep dive of every single thing that happened to us in 2016.
Yes, exactly. Because that could be a whole season. It really, really could. So Heather and I actually first ever occurrence of meeting each other was during that first summer when I was there. We decided to have a few drinks, and then we got really, really confident that we could like swim across a lake to the little island in the middle of it. Oh my
God, I forgot about that.
Yep. And so
I should say the person I was dating at this time, I was a hands-off sort of dating experience, and I was so nervous to visit. I was still a teacher at this time, and I was like about to go to grad school for singing, but felt very like outsider. I don't know anything about opera. I don't know. All of these people are like famous. All of these people who got into this opera camp that like you do not get paid to attend. All of these people are famous.
Yes,
and
of course.
I am a piece of shit.
Yes.
And I don't know anything. And this simply a dude is my like gateway into fame and fortune and being an opera singer for decades and singing at the Met.
I was about to say fame and fortune being paying $5,000 that summer to attend an opera program where they made you make the meals.
100%.
Yeah, you had to make the meals that you were on either lunch pickup, lunch prep, or dinner pickup. And like pickup was like you cleaned up the stuff afterwards. Prep, you made the meal. And we got to sign that stuff. I was lunch pickup. It was the best gig. It was like 20 minutes. It was so nice.
Just the dishwasher thing.
Oh,
that
dishwasher
went down,
gig was the
so
one.
Easy.
That was the gig to get. But we also, again, we paid them to do that.
Yeah.
It was kind of crazy. Yeah.
What a joke. So I thought that the guy that I was dating was my ticket, my golden ticket. And as soon as we got there was a day off. I mean, we planned it that way. And then everyone was at this lake house that one of the donors like donated their yard and their lake access. My boyfriend at the time, nowhere to be found. Simply disappeared. And I said, guess I'm making friends with strangers today.
Yes, I do remember that.
And
oh my God.
I did.
That was wild. Yeah. So while that was happening, me and a couple of friends decided we would like swim across the lake to this island. And there was a group of like, I want to say like 18. It was so many people that decided to just be real bold and swim across this lake.
You should also, the listener should also know that there's a type of person that goes to this opera camp and it is over 6 foot.
Yes.
Over 6'2", really, if you're lucky. Head built like a cinder block.
Yep.
Like built like a swimmer. So it's not that weird that many people wanted to swim.
No.
Because the obviously gay leader of this opera camp wanted to look at nice people, wanted to feel like teeny and cute.
Yeah.
So there were a lot of big honking dudes.
Yes, I would agree with that assessment. And so they all got through just fine. Me and my one friend, Edie, she and I decided to also go do it because why not? It's the summer. Let's live a little. You're 21. You only get to be 21 once. And it could be your last day being 21 if you do something stupid like this. But I decided to do that. And we got about halfway through. And I was like, that island's not getting any closer. And I was not in the best shape. I was a string bean. I was 175 pounds soaking wet at 6'2", which doesn't sound like a small number, but it was. I was string beanie.
Teeny.
But so I thought I was going to die 100%. And then out of the corner of my eye comes Heather like a guiding light in a canoe.
With someone I had just met.
Just met. Because Heather literally said to them, didn't you literally say, like, some of them are probably not going to make it across. We should probably go just in case.
Probably.
We didn't even have life vests. We just like did it. It was so stupid. I would have drowned. So
I think maybe.
Yeah, there was a decent chance. I think maybe fight or flight would have kicked in and I would have been okay. Maybe.
But it would have had to be like wasting all the effort to go out and then come back.
Right.
Because the island was still so far away.
Yes, 100%. And I probably could have like back floated if I got tired.
Yeah.
There's like strategies. But I'm so glad I didn't have to invoke any of those strategies.
Yeah.
I'm very, very grateful for that. That is how we met. And then we did the program again together the next year.
And then we spent something like 11 weeks together that entire summer, starting in Vermont and then doing a little in-between concert and then going to the Adirondacks in upstate New York for this opera camp.
That was maybe my most booked ever. In hindsight, 22. Damn,
yeah, bitch.
crazy.
Probably a lot of people can say that.
Probably.
Here's the thing about opera is that it doesn't matter if you're good. It matters if you're young.
And hot.
And
rich.
Sometimes. Of course, if you're rich. Yeah, but like in terms of being hired, they don't necessarily know that you're rich.
Right. You have to at least be middle class to pursue opera because it takes a certain level of insanity. It takes a certain level of suburban insanity. Yeah. You have to like be able to be supported by your parents enough where it's like, if you have to go like 6 months without making money, you could.
Sure. In my case, it took working as a teacher and being so burnt out that I was like, I'll just take all of my savings and I don't know, try this new thing.
Right.
But I did have to pay rent on a credit card around that time. Because you can pay, if you're paying rent to a roommate on Venmo, you can pay with a credit card.
You can do whatever you want.
You do have to pay like a 3%.
Yes.
Whatever. But that was a tough time. Yeah. That was a real tough time.
Yeah. No, I've had my bouts of being pure from Opera World. That is for sure. Yeah. I get comments on my YouTube channels all the time I make jokes about being rich like far too often or like glorify it. I'm like, girl, I didn't have it. Like I was middle class, but my mom was a teacher and my dad works for Frito-Lay as like a chip truck driver. Like he like delivers like the chips to the different stores and stuff like that. It's like, we were okay.
Glamour. Whoa. How did I never know that about your dad?
What can I say? Oh, we got free chips all the time for everything. His gig was honestly pretty sweet because we got free chips for like everything ever. Like any school event, I was the kid that brought like the literal like edible arrangement of Frito-Lay chips. It was amazing, which also explains my diet.
We have to get into that.
We'll get into that.
It also, it's that your parents prioritize taking care of you. And I would love to tell a story about fast forward. So this group of people who met in 2016, I don't know what else to say other than we trauma bonded. Yeah. One of us nearly died and I watched it like bleeding out from the back of her head because she fell on we had 4 locos. I can't get into it. Wait. Train of thought. Here's something else you should know. Blake, mile a minute. Heather, maybe 15 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So
that's fair.
You can just toggle between listening at 0.75 speed and 1.5 speed, and it'll be like a video game.
Exactly. It's really fun. Built-in game.
So 2016, trauma bonded. Fast forward, we had a quarantine crew. We all stayed together. I'm leading up to talking about how your parents loved you.
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh my God. Okay. So
this story confused the shit out of me for years. I'm not even joking.
I still tell the story. Lockdown happened and all of us little babies who loved each other and were out of work in 2020, we had all been meeting on Zoom at least twice a week, on Fridays for happy hour, on Tuesdays for trivia. There was also yoga classes going on, some Zumba classes going on. I mean, we were in each other's lives in 2020.
I have to say something really controversial yet really brave. Only because it did not hurt anybody personally in my life long term. I loved quarantine. I loved it so much.
It closely resembles your ideal life.
It did. I didn't have to leave my house a lot. I got started on social media during that time. And then all of my introverted friends all of a sudden were like, connections are important. Like, yeah, they were before actually, but you guys just didn't want to hang out ever. So now they wanted to talk all the time and it made me so happy. Me so happy.
Yeah, we did get to see a lot of faces I still haven't seen since then.
Oh, on straight the internet, straight up.
Constantly.
There are people I saw every other day that I have not talked to now in years because of it.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Life up until they're like, I have toodles.
Right.
Yeah.
we took those relationships offline 2 whole times and did 2 mountain weekends in the Adirondacks because after testing, this
we were
was
responsible.
It was only possible after testing.
Yes.
So we did it once in the summer, once in the fall. Does that sound right? Yeah. Like as soon as testing was made available, we were like, oh my God, okay, we have to all get together and just lay on top of each other and tell each other how much we miss each other. There's only people who could drive, we weren't allowing people who could fly.
Yes.
In retrospect now, hilariously careful compared to what people are up to.
Oh God, people are wearing masks outside now.
People are still catching COVID.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But now it's like they just don't care. It got watered. It got watered down enough where it's like most of the time not lethal,
right?
Or hefty enough. Hefty. You know, like she's not big. She's not a mammoth anymore. She used to be Delta. Delta. She came in with a bat, but everybody else was kind of like after that. It was like, here you go, a little flu.
Yeah. So put yourself back in 2020.
Yes.
Scary, desperate for human connection. We went to this opera camp. One of the most beautiful things about this opera camp is that we all helped each other out. That place like really taught me trust. Yeah. Sorry to be real on Maine right now, but
that's fine.
Like how to rely on people and trust people. And like it was run like a commune, which is fucked that we paid to go to that. But like so wonderful for me to experience. And like, oh, you can just like ask somebody for a favor and they won't be mad at you for 20 years.
Yeah. Crazy. What a concept.
So we're learning about me in this moment.
Yes.
And on one of the days we were just hanging out in one of these beautiful cabins in the Adirondacks. We're all on the porch. Somebody goes inside and Blake was like, oh, while you're in there, can you get me a glass of water? Everyone started jumping down Blake's throat as if you had asked them to bake you a birthday cake. We were like, Blake, you fucking spoiled piece of shit. Go up and get water yourself. Every single other person in the room.
And it would have been one thing if it was just one person, because that was already jarring when somebody did that. But when everyone else agreed, I thought I was in the Twilight Zone, bitch. I have, to this day, it was one of the most, like, I've been thrown into an alternate reality in live time. This makes no sense. What is happening? I asked for a glass of water. Do y'all not ask people for things when you want things? And that's what I think I said.
And that is what we learned from that moment, is that all of us were too scared to ask for things because we were so fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like to the T, every single other person was like, well, yeah, I would never ask for XYZ because I would be scared that somebody would get mad at me. And Blake was like, yeah, you're fucked. I hold my ground. I was fighting them off. Beautiful.
I was fighting them off. It was kind of like that scene in like Family Guy where Meg is just like knifing down like 50 people in a cafeteria. It literally felt like I was fighting for my life. And I did. I was like, no, your parents suck. And your parents suck. And your parents suck. They don't like you as much as they should, or they're not doing enough for you. They're not sacrificing their life for you, and they should, because that's what being a good parent is. And it was really baffling. And I'm so glad that at least it helped me feel more established growing up mentally. So that's good.
Oh my God. And then it was beautiful as like a hush fell over the rest of us. There's probably 8 people there or something. Yeah. And one by one, each of us was like, oh, shit, I think Blake is right.
I think it's normal to ask people for a glass of water.
We had strength in numbers. And then one by one, we were like, oh, God. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Blake's in the right.
Right. Because people that don't know, we all met at that same summer camp opera thing. Like a very formative summer camp. It's caused many different relationships.
2016 was the last good summer.
Yes. Famously, we had Pokemon Go. And then Trump became president.
Right after.
Yeah.
So we're blissfully living in Obama's second term.
Yes.
Just enjoying
living out
our lives.
Living out. So hard.
Coming out of the closet.
Absolutely.
Having sneaky little links in the woods.
100%. I was in those woods when gay marriage became legal in the nation. And I was like, that's the wildest thing to hear on a hike.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so that dynamic, people have to understand, is that normally I am, I wouldn't say the butt of the joke, but I'm very quick to say when I'm wrong about something. And and I don't mind being wrong about something. So I'll very loudly just like say whatever comes to mind. And if it's wrong, it's wrong. And so I never minded when people like disagreed with things I said, or was like, that's stupid. Cause like I would just say something stupid sometimes to evoke a you're stupid like thing, you know, like it just adds some fun to the air.
You're like, oh, you're
and then I started a YouTube career where I basically do the exact same thing. So normally I'm like, yeah, you're right. But this time I was like, no.
I don't think
I literally
you're
just
right.
asked for a glass of water and you're all psychopaths. And I was right. And that was really cool.
And yeah. And I continued to bring that to therapy for, I'm just kidding. That one day.
Right.
Anyway, that's your parents loving you.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
that's
all this to say also,
Blake.
I feel like this is at the point where we should probably say, how did Keep Me Young get the title? So
yes.
Heather, during that second year summer, when we were hanging out and stuff, I said something at the time, little sprightly 22-year-old me. And then Heather came up to me, like we all laughed. And then Heather came up to
26, me. 26, decrepit, aging,
ancient,
graying.
Ancient.
Cobwebs coming out of my mouth when I spoke.
Mm-hmm. An ancient rune walking among us, truly.
Yeah, disgusting 26-year-old.
Yep. And so Heather, we all laugh. And then Heather comes up to me and they go up to my ear and they're like, keep me young. What does that mean? What does that mean? After like pretending to laugh at it. And like, that stuck with me for the rest of my life. Like nowadays when I think of something I don't know, I'm just like, keep me young. What do I need to do? What do I need to do?
Keep in mind, I was coming off of my life as a 45-year-old teacher.
Yes.
And needed to pivot so quickly. I mean, the distance between summer 2015 when I was like chaperoning children's choir field trips and summer 2016 when I was being gay in the woods and essentially being at adult summer camp for 11 weeks.
Literally. I
needed to pivot so quickly and I needed to take the fast track to get there. So you were my little fast track Sherpa.
Tracy Chapman fast car. Getting you to where you need to be.
Exactly.
You got a fast car. Exactly.
That's all I knew.
That's my go-to karaoke, actually. I love that song for karaoke.
We did karaoke recently. And
it was really fun.
Blake, I don't love a karaoke, if I'm being completely honest, because I'm not off book on that many songs.
Not off book.
I'm not off book to the point where like I'm a great sight reader. Brag. 2 music trees. But as a result, and I can like make shit up.
Right.
But the thing about karaoke is you're trying to do like pitch perfect comparison to the real thing.
Yeah.
So you have to have put in the 10,000 hours to get the actual Whitney Houston take.
Oh yeah.
And I have simply not done that except for like Aaron's Party Come Get It. And when we went to all of my weird B-sides things that I had memorized when I was a kid,
you're right,
were not on the karaoke track. And Blake was just like, Blake and our one other friend Remy were like killing it, song after song after song.
I think it's because we're bad opera singers. Like, I don't spend time working on classical music. I just sit in my car and I sing Whitney. But
that's the dedication to practice that you have to do if you're doing karaoke. And I simply don't.
Fair.
I'm like not learning the words. I'm sort of humming along.
Right. Yeah, I kind of listen to Spotify with karaoke in mind. It's really bad. Like most of my liked songs are songs that I would want to sing in a car. Right.
And I'm vibing.
Yeah.
I'm like, great. Thank you for taking the spotlight off of me. Yeah. Whoever is singing right now. Absolutely. I'm vibing in my car.
Not to tangent super hard, but is carpool karaoke not the stupidest concept you ever saw in your life?
Carpool karaoke is for people who like really think they're funny because they like came up with one pun. And their less funny friend was like, oh my God.
You invented comedy.
Yeah.
Right. It's stupid. It's so stupid to me. It makes like, it's like, why does being in a car make this any different? And it's literally just like two celebrities just like masturbating each other about how they're like rich and famous and have illustrious careers. Like, I don't care.
If they were in like a 2007 Ford Focus, I think it would be more interesting, but they're not, they're in like Escalades. Right. And
I think I see this in James Corden because I see it in me. That if I had James Corden's platform, I too would sneak away into singing 10 minutes an episode of my nightly show. Because he can. It's like, hey, letting you guys know I'm a singer, so I'm going to just like sit next to Adele and sing. Like, who gives a shit if you're singing when you're next to Adele?
Do you know who has really nailed it is Kelly Clarkson.
Oh, I love her. But and that is exactly how you do it. That's exactly
how you do it. She puts the real work in.
Yeah, because she eats the fuck out of everybody else whenever they do their things. Whenever she does a cover, if my PR team, if I was a singer and my PR team told me,
if you were a singer,
if I was a famous singer who had fully a singer, but if I had if I was a recording artist, and my PR team comes up and breaks the news like, hey Blake, so just so you know, Kelly's going to cover you today. You're like, not Kelly. Not Kelly.
Oh God, wrap it up.
Wrap it up. I'm never promoting that album again. Please just do the old albums. Don't do the new one because I can't be dog walked on my newest songs because I have to go out tail between my legs and sing that now.
And sing it
after
on tour.
Kelly Clarkson just took a bullet to my head.
Yeah.
And took me out in the back alley.
Do you think that's a consideration on her show?
Maybe. Is Kelly like, do I want to kill this person?
Do you think sometimes they're like, that one's probably too new?
Probably.
How does that work with the rights? Does she have to get the rights to sing a cover of other people's songs?
Yeah,
Surely they know.
Yeah, she probably says please. And then I think they're like, yeah, that's fine.
Can you imagine saying no? Well, yeah.
I could imagine saying no to Kelly Clarkson. I really, really could.
The only reason you would is if she's going to just absolutely obliterate you.
Right. She's going to rip. Like she rips every time.
Can I tell you, speaking of which, sort of.
Sure.
I was at a
We are really becoming a Trixie and Katya podcast of just tangenting so hard.
Yeah.
I almost like this premise more. Should we be organized? Maybe not. We'll figure it out.
We'll
find the vibe.
But nothing could be more Trixie and Katya than you building an empire of social media.
I don't know if I'd call it that, but it's something.
And consistent work ethic, and me slithering into this chair, being like, hey.
Hi. And I talk too. No, I needed a Heather for this 100%. Like Heather and I were in talks about doing a podcast forever. And then somebody finally presented like, yeah, you need to do this. And like, okay, if somebody else said I needed to do it, then I have recency bias and that means I have to do it.
Yeah.
So I immediately hit up Heather and was like, hey, so you remember when we talked about this a few weeks ago? Do you actually want to commit to this?
Fred, I think I got you a birthday card. That was only good for the two of us because it was like, happy birthday. If we had a podcast, all we do is sit on we have so much fun when we sit on our couch. We could start a podcast. Something so dumb and like AI generated. And there's just a cartoon of these two basic women on their couch. Like, and I gave that to Blake for his birthday. It was like, LOL.
Yep.
But
like, if you want to, I don't know.
And then it did.
And then we kissed. It was great. Yeah.
The reason we knew that we would enjoy doing this together is because way back at Opera Camp,
yes,
there is a thing called suppressed desires, which HR,
baby. Hi, Editor Blake here. So we forgot to mention while recording the podcast, but Suppressed Desires is essentially like a voluntary drunk talent show. Like you can do sketches or you can do a song that you made, but basically the intent is to roast everybody as inappropriately as possible. And also it's almost implied that you should be absolutely plastered when doing this. So yes, that is why it's an HR nightmare. Continuing.
People get naked. People were making out.
People got naked on stage. The year after us.
Dicks out.
Yeah, the year after us.
Naked our year too.
Were they? Maybe they did, and I didn't notice it. We were hosting. We were hosting.
We were the very professional hosting.
So I made the executive decision like within the second week of being there because my first year I was not very confident. First year I was like, I'm just gonna like mind my business, do my job, like dot my I's, cross my T's, and be a good little boy and get the right connections with the team. Second year, I came in like I owned that place, and it was
similarly to this podcast. I didn't do the first year and I came in my first year.
Yeah.
Just, hey, y'all.
Yeah. So I made the executive decision like the second week of this 9-week program, deciding that Heather and I were the two funniest people that summer and that we needed to host the show. And so and everybody just went along with it. And so I started that entire summer, like, because we had this thing called superlatives, which people know about, like most likely to blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
and
like
we had,
and
we had like, we had our superlatives and I had a list starting like the second week of just like what everyone's superlative was going to be out of all 32 singers there. And I literally even had ranked of like how well they could take a joke from 1 to 5 of like how much do we kill them. And there were some that we were
so organized about it.
Yeah.
But I think that was when the little seed got planted of like, oh, we take unserious things very seriously.
Exactly. Comedy is something that requires effort and work.
Yes. And the shows that we've been in together.
Exactly.
We should have been serious because that was our job, but we were so dumb.
We performed
on
in
stage.
a barn, Heather.
We performed in a barn.
I love how much lore these people are getting of this summer program in this episode. And that's okay. Because I think it's so formative to our friendship. They have to know about this summer camp.
They gave me a tap dance solo.
They did.
Never had one before. I had one when I was like 3, but never had one since.
Yeah.
And there was a spin in the tap dance solo. When I spun upstage, I just flipped off everyone and said, fuck you.
To us in the middle of an actual performance. It was the funniest thing. And I was like, Heather can hang. This is what's going to happen.
What got into me? I was just done with teaching. That was why.
It was fun.
I said, oh, this is what people in their 20s act like? Okay.
Yeah. Well, there was we messed around real bad because even during that summer on another show, a friend of ours had a bit in The Music Man where she says Tempest Fugits.
Oh, yeah.
And she said, and we were like, wait, could you say, because we didn't say the F slur, but instead we said feegit during that summer. We just all would call each other that. Straight, gay, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
Very open-minded summer. But we were like, could you like sneak that into the show? And she said, come George, Tempest Fegits. And then she went up to the director afterwards to save face and was like, hey, did I say it right? No, Tempest Fugits. Got it. Thank you. Okay, cool.
Amazing.
Got it. Saved it. Saved the scene. We messed around a lot that summer.
Also, like, imagine my surprise. Again, the difference between 2015 and 2016.
Of course.
When I was put in charge of rooms full of children with no other adults. I had to lesson plan. I had to set up the whole room. I made all of the decisions. I picked the music. And then I get into a space like this where someone is like, I will literally tell you every single thing that you are allowed to do. I was
everything.
Like, what?
Yep.
People are into it. I mean, yes, I was a little bit into it coming off of having so many responsibilities.
Of course.
As such a young, vibrant ingenue. But it got old really quickly. And I was like, this is a kink. This is this is restraint. This is BDSM. A career in opera is BDSM.
Wow, and we were there to kink shame, baby. We were like, that's weird. You're bad.
100%.
Yeah, you should be ashamed, and we all know it.
Also, LOL, my second year, maybe like second full season of doing opera was the Me Too movement. So everything was turned upside down and nobody knew what to do. I was like, this feels like maybe it was just a weird time to come into this industry.
Which also segues to the children that I was going to talk about.
Great.
So this is I feel like, oh God, how long have we been doing this already? Oh my God, we're already at 45 minutes. We were like, this is gonna be a little 30-minute episode to like.
But I feel like who knows what will end up
in it. Yeah, we could cut some stuff.
We were just like nervous little puppies in the beginning.
We definitely, I know we definitely cut that part in like earlier on where we were like, you know what? Mein Kampf, great read.
And then Blake started reciting it in the original German.
From memory. It was kind of crazy. He got to like chapter 3 and I was like, Blake, we need to stop.
We're 4 hours in. Blake, what are we doing?
It's a big book.
Don't you have a full-time job and you're a content creator?
Yeah, but I do read.
The term content creator. You just told me yesterday you do not read.
I call myself a YouTuber because I feel like the editing that I put into my YouTube videos is too much to just call it content.
Got it.
Which sounds horrible.
A filmmaker?
No, that's the thing. I don't know if there's a good word for it because I don't like influencer because I don't find myself very influential. I'm just like here. I don't like content creator because it just sounds like I'm doing savage love in front of a phone.
Sure.
But then there's somewhere in the middle there. It's like, because that's the other thing too. Oh my God. Because I do understand. Like, it's like at the end of the day, this is lighthearted fun. Because like literally I did like a Fortnite sponsorship the other day and apparently the kids don't like Fortnite anymore. So they were like really not happy that I did that. Didn't realize, but they, somebody literally in my comments was like, sell out. And I was like, from what?
Yeah.
This isn't Voltaire. Like I'm making a fun little, it's a YouTube short at that. It's not even a YouTube video. It's a 60-second video about me playing Fortnite.
Oh my God.
And so they got so mad. And apparently it's because Fortnite has this new thing that's like, has like a feature that's similar to Roblox. And like, they stole that from, it was like a farming simulator thing. I'm like, they stole that from Roblox. I'm like, you know where Roblox got that? Stardew Valley, probably. You know where Stardew Valley got that? Harvest Moon. Harvest Moon got that from Neopets. When I was telling you this earlier, you were like, they got it from Neopets. And Neopets got it from fucking farming. So it's like, what are we talking about? Everything you've ever consumed has been quote unquote stolen. Everybody borrows from each other. Everybody takes everything from each other. Every thought has been had. End of story. Anyway, but like that's the thing.
And yet here we are. Bravely starting a new podcast.
The new frontier of speaking in front of a mic. Our opinions that nobody asked for. But they will watch, damn it, because we want to get on tour one day. That is our goal with this podcast. Is that we want there to be we have to have a goal. We have to have a goal. It's like a sub goal on Twitch. It's things like that. We have to have like our goal for this is to pick up enough where we can go and do live shows.
And just kick it.
Yeah, just flat out kick it, baby.
I don't tell people what I want because I'm scared that I won't get it and I'll be embarrassed.
See, this is the water borrowing. This is the asking for water. You have to ask and let people know what you want or they won't give it to you. That's kind of my biggest thing too. Like that's one of my pet peeves is like when people just expect stuff and don't vocalize it. I'm like, say it. And maybe that's my like spectrum-y side, but I'm like, just say it.
I feel that way about other people, but those rules do not apply to myself.
Of course, I've done it to the rules apply to thee, not to me, all the time. But I try to be more open of like what I want. So that is what we want, and I'm putting that in charge of you guys now. So we want to go on tour one day.
Tour.
Yep.
I have a question for you. When you're looking at the camera, are you looking at the actual lens or ours? Great.
Not the viewfinder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is my biggest pet peeve when people are making videos on their phones, looking so clearly looking at their own reflection in the mirror. And yet here I am looking at my dumb self rather than that.
Oh, let me tell you right now. Okay, so lens, viewfinder, this is crack. This right here is crack because the coloring is really nice. We've kind of figured out the scene and I just want to look at it a lot. I catch myself. Yeah. It was better when it was like on the small viewfinder, but now I've got the big boy over there that I actually spent some money on. It's really tempting. Yeah.
I could, if it was on the small one, I wouldn't even be able to see it.
Yes. Oh, pivoting to children. What? So sorry, need to get back into it. You threw me off. No, but so this is also going really well. I feel like this is really fun. But I'm having a good time. The way that like I always think those are things going to get cut, and then it's like actually those things that are actually the things you should keep in. Anyway, but So when we were at that summer program, there were these two children in the Music Man in the performances. They played Amaryllis and Boy. I don't think the boy had. He did have a name and I don't remember it. I don't honor his name. I'm so sorry. But I'm dead naming him in the sense that I killed his name and he doesn't have one now. But so the two kids were sitting backstage and we had a friend that was in charge of them who should not have been in charge of them. It was like the one person that just didn't want to be around kids at all that summer.
One of us was in charge of him? What? Oh, right. Because they were like his parent in the show or something.
And so they're like, that clearly means that you're in charge of them.
Also like one of the youngest people there
was just freshly 21.
Me, ancient 26, had taught children. They were like, no,
certainly not. Well, the same thing. They didn't put me in musicals ever. They never gave me musical roles. They gave it to like the stiff straight guy every time. Like, what are you talking about?
Oh, they did. Yeah. That boy was cute.
Yeah. Oh my God, Heather. We can also go into that
later.
That could be. We should mention that in a story sometime in one of these podcasts. That's for another time. But the two kids were sitting backstage, and I was like right next to them during this, and. You know how kids like try to have like a pissing contest, like just outdoing each other for no reason?
Making shit up.
Yes, exactly.
At some point.
Exactly. So these two kids got to talking about surgeries for some reason. I don't know why, or like when they went to the doctor. Kids do that though. They're like, I went to the ER. Like it's so impressive when you're a kid.
Yeah.
But
yeah, you didn't have to pay.
Yeah, and when exactly now you're an adult. Cool. Like I had to go to the ER. Like I'm so sorry.
I said, do not
like I'm glad you're okay, but like you're really not okay, are you?
Right.
So basically. The kids were having this little pissing contest of who went to the hospital the most, things like that. And so at one point, the kid was like, I had to get like 2 surgeries on my arm or something like that. And then the girl comes back with that and says, I got 200 surgeries on my nose. She's 7. Statistically impossible. There's no way. And you'd think that's the ridiculous part.
Impossible.
You would think that's the ridiculous part, but that's not the punchline. And you know the punchline, but the listeners do not. So after the announcement of the 200 surgeries, already pretty wild. I'm like inside reeling at this.
All the quote unquote adult 20 somethings are like crowded
What's
around.
Happening?
Like,
yeah, right. And
like
our heads are like, get him, get his ass.
Yeah.
But then there's a very long silence, a profound silence, if you will.
Pregnant pause.
Very pregnant pause. And then the other kid responds after a long pause with, well, my cousin has autism, so.
And just lets it hang.
And it just sits there. And we have to all go on and do a performance right after we just heard that. So the entire rest of that summer, anytime anyone had any accomplishment or did anything right, like got a good score in beer pong, things like that, we were like, well, my cousin has autism, so. And we still do that.
My cousin actually has autism. Shout out, Will.
Will, we love you, Diva.
Will, we absolutely love you, Diva.
I think I have a cousin with autism, but I'm not really sure. It'd be really rude for me to diagnose it.
And yet,
he's just a little quiet. He's a little quieter. He's really nice. He's quiet.
The way that Southern people will diagnose people by not saying the word, but like, oh, he's so artistic.
Oh, that was gay girl. That was gay girl. I remember whenever people asked me, it was so funny moving up to the North because people would ask me like, what was it like being a closeted kid in East Texas? And I'd just be like,
I had no idea.
Easy. Like, they're like, what are you talking about? Like, yeah, nobody wants you to be gay. So if you don't say it, they don't
Everyone's
ask.
very happy.
Don't ask, don't tell had its perks.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't have to really talk about it ever.
And
it wasn't
had
until
its
college
roots.
when people would ask. Like,
Right.
people didn't ask till college. East Texas, I could be a little... I could be a slur. And they did not care. I was about to say it, and then the YouTube part of me hit it. Was like, I don't know if I can say that.
The way that God snatched your vocal
He took the words. He took it out. He said, no, out. Monetization.
Exactly. Oh,
it's okay. This won't be monetized for the first episode, so I think we can get away with murder.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
You know all the business stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. After I sell my Serta mattress, Serta is...
Serta, at least like Casper.
Casper, that's the one.
Jesus.
Jesus. Wow. Okay, but Serta, if you ever want to sponsor, though, we love you.
1992 call.
Okay, shut up.
Pack.
Okay, shut up. We all come from different upbringings. Serta was fancy in East Texas, okay?
Dillard's was basically Macy's.
Dillard's was it. Dillard's is still it. We don't have a Macy's and we have Dillard's. Oh my God. You've never been to my hometown in the way you knew that.
Because I don't know, like suburban South Carolina is very similar. I grew up in a real city, but like as soon as you left the like old money uppity city part, it is, strip malls just like anywhere
100%,
else.
100%. I gotta be honest. Sometimes I love a strip mall.
Famously, you said once, let me see if I can get it right. Because this was also one of the times when I was like, God damn it, Blake, you've got a beautiful mind. And you were like, I think you were quoting yourself, which was also part of what was hilarious about it. You were like, I've made this joke before, but these people haven't heard it. So I'm going to remind them of a time when I made it.
So people that see me for 30 minutes at a time every 3 weeks on YouTube, it's really bad in real life. I make the same jokes a lot. Yeah.
You ring them out. You get the life out of them.
I do.
But it's because you don't. That's the thing about
everybody's got to get a taste
to the internet. Now everybody sees them, so
everybody
you can't recycle.
Exactly.
Just that. He didn't clock that I heard it the first time.
Yep.
So he had to say everybody needs a taste until I reacted to it.
Yep.
And we love a persistent king.
In middle school, I used to quote entire SNL skits to people. And if they didn't hear it or pretended to not hear it, I would do it again.
That's the thing. If they pretend to not, you're like, clearly they didn't hear
they didn't hear it. I remember, okay, first of all, I was a pioneer because I loved Maya Rudolph's rendition of the national anthem on SNL years before people started quoting it like crazy. Years before. I was in 8th grade quoting that entire thing to people.
Yeah.
One of my saddest memories.
It was fun. I did it, verbatim, obviously. I could do that for karaoke. Yeah. You never see that.
Absolutely. I thought it was brilliant, though. Yeah. And I remember I was in 8th grade specifically. I remember this. All the seats had been filled because somebody else got there. Some bitch ass got there before me for my lunch table. And so that table was full. And so I had to sit to the table next to it. Ooh. I remember hard turning to the next table and quoting across the cafeteria the Maya Rudolph entire national anthem to them, falling on deaf ears. And I did the whole thing. I'm
not surprised by that at all.
I am the reason, I am the number one reason why I'm such an advocate for, we all need to be bullied a little.
Yeah.
We all need to be bullied a little. Like, you have to know where your problems lie. And sometimes the only way they can do that is through a mean old middle school kid. Yeah. Yeah. I still need that. And I get it all the time on YouTube.
Hey, and that's really community service.
Exactly.
That everyone's doing.
Thank you for doing your part.
For me, though, can't be bullied. Didn't grow up with siblings. Went to art school. Right. Went to art school, middle through high school, through college, through grad school. Yep. So very fragile. So don't say anything mean about me ever.
Nope. Exactly. Take that to heart, kids. And maybe millennials. We'll see. Yeah. I guess this is where we should probably wrap up and talk about what this is going to be, basically. Sure. So that's,
if you will,
that's us. You'll get a bit more about learning about us as this goes on. But I feel like that's a good foundation.
Yeah. How we met, the summer that formed us, a little bit about how we like reconvened in life. And now we both live in Brooklyn. I guess that's also an important.
Taurus, and you are
Capricorn.
Exactly.
But Taurus rising. So,
right. Okay. I'm Gemini rising.
Ooh.
I know. And it makes sense.
It does make sense.
Yeah.
The
Virgo moon, though.
That's
keeps me real grounded.
That's why you get shit done.
Yeah. I am very organized about my chaos.
So both of us are, Gemini's air or water?
I have no idea.
We'll consult some Ks.
Yes.
And I'll get back to you.
Yeah.
But both of us have 2 earth signs in our big 3, which is why we take unserious things so seriously.
Yes.
That's all I have to say about that.
I think that works out great. So what the general premise is normally going to be for this is we're going to talk about a pop culture topic each and present it to each other. We're going to talk about what is the saddest thing we ate that week, because we're going to bring back a little fan favorite from my older video days called Depression Meal Mondays, where I used to make a really sad meal in a Food Network-esque style thing, but we're going to bring it back because we're going to post these podcast episodes on Mondays. Every Monday, ideally. We'll see.
Yeah.
And we're going to, during that, just like a small little segment of like, what's the saddest thing I ate that week? What's the saddest thing you ate that week? And then what's the saddest thing a viewer ate that week? They'll send in their little inputs.
Cute.
Yeah.
Will we ever make the things that they suggest?
TBD, because I think I'm envisioning, if this goes decent enough, I'm seeing a Patreon one day where we could like film stuff, do little live talks with people, have that be where they send in their like questions, things like that, or suggestions, all that kind of stuff. That's what I'm envisioning. But I'm also very open to change with this kind of thing. You know, podcasts are so Wild West, you can kind of do whatever you want.
So I see. What word did you just say?
It's so Wild West.
Wild West.
Sorry. So people that watch me also know, and you know, but I definitely talk in shorthand. Like there's so many times.
In 1.25.
Yeah. I just like, if I slur over a word, I'm just like, they heard it. Which is weird because I repeat myself also. But yeah, so that's the vibe. Oh, and then the final thing, of course, this is what we'll actually start every episode with, but I figured I would end it with this because that's what we're going to like finish up with in this episode. What is aging you and what is keeping you young?
Get it? Because it's the title.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So something that could be keeping you young is something that's keeping you. We're not like a beauty podcast by any means. No. We're not like telling people to get Botox and filler. We're not telling people to resist the organic blessing of aging.
Right. Unless anybody in Turkey wants to sponsor a trip for me to get my hairline put a little bit more forward. I would love that. Anyway, love thyself. And I love thyself. But absolutely. I would love myself with a better hairline too.
Hey. Or, a good wig. I've started just wearing, I've only done it once. Being a white person who wears wigs is a ministry that I don't know if it's for me or not. But I did go out to House of Yes with a long curly strawberry blonde wig. And I felt so incredible.
I love that.
But my friends were very uncomfortable.
Fair.
And I said, homophobes.
Of course.
Anyway, something that is keeping you young. Something that's keeping you...
It's like a small victory even that week.
Yeah.
Like just something that like good news,
something
cool thing that happened to
you.
Yeah, things like that.
Or harboring resentment toward your second grade teacher. That can really keep you young throughout your whole life.
Absolutely.
So something like that. And then something that's aging you is, I don't know, traffic, the heat.
Absolutely.
But not literally aging you.
Right. Like, for example, I'll start with keeping me young right now is Ghost energy drinks. People that know.
Company man.
Yes. So on my YouTube, I start every episode with me like cracking open a cold one of Ghost.
Really?
Yeah.
Every single one?
Pretty much. And I ask for a sponsor every single time and they will not respond.
Crickets. You haven't heard from them.
Which also is my thing that is aging me. They will not respond. I've sent in a little email to their website. I've tagged them multiple times on stories, and they're active on their Instagram. But they sell whenever they do stuff, they like share stories on their story whenever people tag Ghost Energy Drink. And it's always just like some hot girl or guy like holding the can. They're not even in the shot. It's just them holding the can in a gym every single time. And I'm like giving them comedy in mine and they like don't even respond in the message. Cause Instagram, when you tag someone, it like goes to their messages. Yep. They don't even look at it.
Wow.
Crazy. So anybody listening, just spam. Go. If you haven't seen me get a sponsorship yet from them, if you haven't seen me get sponsored yet from them, spam their DMs. Go crazy. Go ham, girl. You have my blessing.
It sounds like giving it your all and somebody not listening continues to age you.
It's painful. It's painful. It's not as painful as doing it for a person.
The lunchroom is just such an image I'll never forget.
Yeah, and it's exactly what it feels like to try to get Ghost to sponsor my videos.
Yeah, and there you are back in middle school.
Exactly.
I get it.
Exactly.
I get it.
So what's keeping you young, Heather?
What's keeping me young is stalking all of the secret lives of Mormon wives, women.
Right.
Scrolling all the way back to 2015.
Ooh, I love when we find out pre-fame.
What their faces looked like, specifically what their lips looked like, because that can really just make such a difference on a white person.
Oh, yeah.
I am getting so much joy out of it. I'm stalking the husbands. I'm stalking the resort where two of them went on the baby moon, but it's like two best friends and you're like, oh, are they in love? Because they went on the baby moon, but their husbands were there too. I'm stalking the husbands to see if they're gay. I'm stalking the comments to see who's, oh my gosh.
I was about to say, have you seen the husbands at House of Yes ever? At the gay bar in Brooklyn?
No, they live in, but I would offer them my wig if I saw them there.
They'd wear it.
Yeah.
Put on the wig, girl. You'll be happier.
Absolutely.
That's what I always think when I see them. Put on the heels.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's really bringing me a lot of joy. And let's see, what's aging me is it being, this is maybe going to be out of date by the time this comes out, but it is 100 fucking degrees. It is 100 dang degrees in New York City.
Yep.
And I can't function.
Yeah.
I can't go do little hot bitch things this summer because I show up like a sweaty pig.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I'm used to 100-degree temperature in East Texas, but the problem is people were always like, how did you survive that too? And I'm like, we don't go outside. You just stay in like the super AC'd everything. They have AC everywhere there. My love language is AC also. Just putting that out there right now. Everybody, I think I've put this brand out pretty heavily on the internet.
Just in case,
it must be stated. I am pretty big on, obviously I'm very pro save the environment. I am an eco-terrorist when it comes to AC. Specifically, I love AC. I will never give it up. I'm so sorry. That is the one thing I cannot change. I remember at one point New York was like, please turn off your window units during the day, like when you're out for work. I'm like, turn Times Square off at night for 4 hours. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
No one needs it on from 3 a.m. to 7 a.m. Shut up, turn those off, and that'll do 7 times what you're asking us to do.
No kidding. Do you leave it at the coldest when you leave the house?
So I am tasteful in that regard. I keep it at 65 at night.
Whoa.
That's the best. Okay, so scientifically, best sleeping temperature actually turns out. So I'm actually right.
Amazing.
Again, this is another one where I'm swinging against so many people because they all disagree and they think I'm a psychopath for it. But 65 is perfect. During the day, I will turn it to 70 and I will turn the fan to auto. So once it hits 70, it's like, fine.
Wow.
And 70 is tasteful during the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
An Inconvenient Truth was basically written by you.
Yes, exactly. And nobody's talking about it.
Warrior.
And nobody's talking about it. Exactly.
Yeah.
But I do put it at 65. And then I also put this fan. I put this fan right in front of my face. Because
I can't handle.
Because when I sleep, I put in like a little cocoon. Like I put the covers over my head. Like I go like full womb. And I think that's probably why I get so hot at night. But I need it. I can't have my face exposed to the world while I'm sleeping.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm learning so much.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah, I'm probably getting diagnosed out the ass right now in the comments, but that's okay.
Instagram trying to tell me that I sleep in like an neurodivergent sleeping position.
Yeah, like this thing apparently. That's if you like tuck your hands in.
Yeah, my little chicken wing.
Apparently neurodiverse.
No, it's just my cute little chicken wing.
Okay, well, the adamant defending I don't think helped your case.
Wait, I wanted to say one thing about you determining your language for YouTuber, and that is that you know the burden of being a non-binary person because the language just doesn't exist that fully defines you. It's not influencer.
Right.
It's not content creator.
Right.
It's not YouTuber.
Right.
Something that doesn't exist yet.
Wow.
But we got to use what we have. Mm-hmm. That's the pronoun journey too.
Is being a YouTuber woke?
Hey,
there's our title. No. Can you
That's
imagine?
the middle of the Venn diagram. Here we are, right here.
So I think that's it for our first episode. Oh my gosh.
What should we send off with?
Never kill yourself. No. Thanks
for
being
exceptionally
kinky.
Yesterday.
And
tomorrow.
And
in
the
opera
future
camps.
Correct.
See ya.
Bye.